What is considered cute when done by a kid but illegal when done by an adult? A baby can drink a bottle and fall asleep, and it's cute when I drink a bottle and go to sleep. I got problems taking shortcuts through PPLS yards. Those were the days. My friends and I did this to get to the next street, like it was our own property. Shit. I thought we were the only ones who hopped backyards. We called it missions though. Did you ever meet fellow backyard jumpers while jumping backyards? Though when I look back, I think that it was really stupid. If kids hopped my backyard, I'd yell at them, "Watch out for the raccoons and skunks. They're gonna get you." Quote. Lol, we did the same thing as kids. We called it 007. When I was 5 or so, I went to a baseball game with my dad and he wouldn't let me get popcorn. I really wanted popcorn. I walked away and sat on a random man's lap plus started eating his popcorn. I closed my eyes and pretended like I thought it was my father, like, "Oh dad, you got popcorn, thanks." Because my child mind thought my dad would believe I thought it was him and wouldn't get mad. I don't think that would be very cute as a 21-year-old. Best thing I've read all day. Your father let 5-year-old you wander off and sit on a stranger's lap. As Ray Romano said, when your kid discovers he can get an erection for the first time and runs out of the bathtub, going, "Pee-pee big, pee-pee big." It is cute and all. When Grandpa does it, it is sad and disturbing. But Grandpa has more reason to be happy. Gramps used Harden. It was very effective, for now. So if two grandpas battle, does it never end? Eventually they run out of pee-pee and use struggle until one faints. My friend, when he was just crawling apparently, was at a beach with his mom. She looked away for a second and he'd crawled over to a nearby topless sunbather sleeping on her back and tried to suckle on her. Obviously she screamed and it didn't get far. But after much embarrassment, they did all laugh it off. As an adult, that's probably prison time. Even as a literal baby, it could have been much worse depending on the woman's response. At that age, a topless beach probably looks like a buffet. Frankly, at my age, a topless beach still looks like a buffet. Slightly different connotation though. I'm imagining a buffet where 80% of the food looks awful. But it doesn't matter how good or bad it looks because you can't eat any of it anyway. When they ask a question and follow it by saying, "Don't say no," or when they wait outside your bathroom door asking details of what you're doing in there, like, "Do you have a penis or two butts?" Quote. My son asks a question by saying, "Daddy, I think you'll say no to this but blank." Quote. That's cute. His son is 36. My mom always loved to tell how when I was first being potty trained, when I had to go number 2, I would pull my pants down in the living room before trotting to use the toilet. Pants around ankles. Something tells me it wouldn't go over as well now. I did that once at preschool. Stopped at the bathroom door to drop my pants before going inside to use it. Don't think my classmates noticed, but a teacher did and told me not to do that. I wasn't embarrassed by it either. But I do remember thinking at that moment that just maybe this isn't quite how it's supposed to go. But I'm gonna do it anyway because convenience. Same thing happens here. The bathroom was connecting 2 classes and I was in the hall. The teacher saw and said, "We don't do that here." To which I replied, "I do it at home so I do it here." Randomly reminds me of a time in 2nd grade one walked into the bathroom to see 3 kindergarten kids sharing a urinal, 2 of them with pants fully down. Lol. My 3-year-old ran up to a large man with a shirt too small for his body at a barbecue joint in Chicago and gave him a big hug. He thought it was cute and he walked away. When I asked her why she hugged him, she told me, "So I could lick him." She licked the man's underbelly. Imagine the man's utter confusion when he walks away and feels a cold patch on his underbelly. Feeling refreshed. Ew. Saying they want to marry their mom or dad. Yikes. My nephew, who is 5, was having a sleepover with my son, who is 4. We were eating dinner and somehow the subject of husband and wife came up. And my nephew asked who my husband was. I am not married, so I explained that I didn't have one. He nonchalantly said, well, that's okay, 'cause you will just marry your dad. He can be your husband. Quote, nope, buddy, that's not how it works. Playing doctor. Frank Abagnale has entered the chat. Do you concur? I blew it. Why didn't I concur? Quote. Grabbing all boobs cause you think they mean food. When a kid draws on the wall, sometimes people will think it's cute and creative. When an adult draws on the wall, it's called vandalism. Unless they have been commissioned, then they're an artist, and the drawing is now very important for some reason. And then you get paid in publicity and then hate your life. Running around in public naked. My 3-year-old was being potty trained at the time and I took him to McDonald's after his vaccinations to cheer him up. He had a great time until he announced to me that he wet himself. So I go to my bag to get a change of trousers and pants to hear people laughing and I look up from my bag. He dropped his trousers and pants to the floor and was shuffling to the bathroom door with them around his ankles with a big grin on his face. Just his little butt exposed. I couldn't even be embarrassed. It was too funny. That's adorable. Now imagine that with a 30-year-old and it's a completely different feel. He wiggled his butt as he ran in the breeze, a laugh of delight. With the wind at his knees, the bliss of a boy in the nude and at peace. But as he was 30, they called the police. Sit on people's laps. Demand to be picked up. I don't know. Had a tiny girlfriend once. She was always on my lap, though she hated being picked up. People seemed to think it was okay just because she was little. Relieved it's not just me. Why do people do this? I weigh 100 pounds and most people can lift me. I'm a grown-up. Damn it. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. It's funny. I've never met a smaller person that liked being picked up. I'm on the smaller side myself and I love being picked up. I'm really just a child with extra responsibilities, lol. Whipping down your pants and having a pee anywhere you like. I love hearing the phrase, having a pee. I wish people said it where I am from. In general, British English uses more have a word phrases, while American English uses take a word phrases, like have a bath versus take a bath. Being attracted to other kids. That's illegal as an adult. Looks like Uncle Murray has some explaining to do. No, I distinctly remember Uncle Murray saying, if he's 7, then I'm 7, so he doesn't count. He may be 7, but he's a solid 10. Sucking on your mom's boobies. Biddy. You cultured person. My 2-year-old daughter smacked a random lady's booty at the grocery store because she sees me do that to her mom at home. It was funny, but if she was 16 years older, that might be sexual assault. My son did that to a waiter when he was about 18 months. The waiter was not amused. I wanted to crawl into a hole. The waiter will remember that. In that case, nuke megaton. My toddler, 2, once ran around our house naked, sat in my lap, took a shit and left. Does that count? Was cute until she shit. Then it was funny after I calmed down. Plus this will be the go-to story to tell for every one of her graduations. And of course at her wedding. Not sure if this really answers the question, but I work in an elementary school and one day a group of 7-year-old girls ran up to me at recess asking if they could go bye-bye. I said sure, and they jumped onto the ground and pretended to sleep. A few minutes later they run up to me asking if they could come, and I just stood there, processing for a minute. I didn't need 7-year-old girls running around saying, Mr. underscore 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 said we can come. So I sent them to their primary teacher. I guess it wouldn't be illegal for an adult to ask to come, but I sure as hell would be creeped out. What do they mean by come? Never heard that one before.
Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox.